Wait for the car to go by. Wait for the car to go by.
Hey, this is Scout Andy, and thank you for joining me in another video. Corona edition. Also live in my garage. Well, actually, it won't be live by the time I upload this, but it's live right now. It's Corona, and Corona's gone crazy. We haven't been able to buy that many parts for the poor old Porsche behind me. The good news is that we put up some shop lights, and it's a lot better than the singular shop light that we had for the last couple episodes. Another thing, a huge thanks to one of my friends, one of my fans, for getting us this awesome Porsche flag. It's really cool. Oh, it's upside down. And we're gonna hang it up in the back of our garage for where the camera can see it, but in the back of our garage for the rest of the series and for other episodes. This video, we're going to be polishing the Porsche, which is awesome because we didn't get to do that last time we washed it. So we're like, hey, let's polish the Porsche. So we're gonna do that, and let's do it. Say hello to my little friend. I mean, the car, you could tell it was good at a point, but now the paint is just totally it's just completely worn out. It's been in the sun for years and years, and this is what pretty much happens to a car after being in the sun for so long. As you can see on the mirror right here, you can see it. You can see where it used to be a really bright color of red, but now it's just not. The door is just incredibly. Pretty much the entire car looks something like this, and it's kind of sad that it got left out for so long. But luckily, we're going to try our very best to bring it back to life. Let's go ahead and start polishing this, and we'll see how it goes from there. Before we actually start buffing, I want to give a huge shout out to Ammo NYC. He does exactly what I'm doing to other cars like Lamborghinis, Ferraris, probably a Porsche in there. Okay, so what I'm going to use is I'm going to use turtle wax, and I'm going to put it on a buffer. And I've taped this part off right here so we can do a little comparison after I've made this part shine. I'm going to take off all that oxidation up here, but we're gonna go ahead and do this. So as you can see here, this thing looks like brand new. It looks like it just rolled out of the Porsche dealer's back seat van, whatever you call them. It looks wet. I'm afraid to touch it because I'm afraid I'm going to ruin it, but I'm going to touch it anyway. So as you can see right here, it's super smooth. I mean, you guys can't touch it. I'll touch it for you. This right here is I can't believe that over here it looks like it was in a field for 10 years. We haven't even put wax on it. If we can make the whole car look like this, then we may have just made a time machine. So Doc and Marty, you have some competition with us. We're just gonna do this with the rest of the car, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it will look as good as this little section right here. Let's get to it. So after a very long night of buffing and polishing and buffing and polishing until we couldn't feel our arms anymore, we got some fantastic results from this beat up car. So as you can see here, this is amazing. It's super smooth. It is just awesome. I can actually see myself in the mirror, in this part of the mirror where you're not supposed to see yourself. And it's just amazing. I love how it turned out. So after testing many different things, we found out that these worked best for us. So the things that we found worked best is Turtle Wax Clean Cut Rubbing Compound. We buffed that off and then we put on Turtle Wax Polishing Compound Premium. We buffed that off. Then we put Maguire's Scratch X 2.0, which you know it's definitely awesome when it's 2.0. We buffed that off. And then we got Maguire's Cleaner Wax, and it's America's #1 selling. Nice to know. So since we got all that stuff, it turned out looking great and really smooth. I love it. I can pet it all day. So after trying multiple things for the roof and the hood, we just couldn't get it to shine and look amazing like the rest of the car. So we had to use our ultimate weapon, the nuclear weapon. Wet sanding. We got 2000 grit sandpaper here. So if it were to get any smoother, it would literally be thin air. So after wet sanding it very lightly, because if we were to do it too hard, it may have actually scratched off the paint. That's what we're really scared of. We did exactly what we did for the rest of the car, and it ended up in, look at these results. So as you can see here, this is the awesome, amazing, totally cool, fun side right here. And over there is the not so cool, faded side that you can obviously tell that it's been in the sun. Now over here, it is very smooth. It feels amazing. Over here, I could beatbox with this, but I won't. Now we put the tape in the middle so you can see the before and after. This is before and this is after, in case you didn't know that. So that's basically all we have for today. I'm sorry it was such a short video, but really this took 2 days to do. Most of it was just time lapse, and we didn't want you to have to watch 2 days worth of video. But I am super excited of how this all turned out and how shiny this was. I did not think in my wildest dreams that there's all of this red paint, this gorgeous red paint beneath all of that other paint. That we don't speak of that paint, okay? So that's pretty much all we can do for the outside. Next thing we need to do is get this car running in the next video. So make sure to stay tuned, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you know whenever I post a new video, which will be very soon. And until then, happy scouting. What are you still doing here? The video's over. Get out of my garage.